Senator Chris Coons, Democrat from Delaware and a close ally of President Biden. It's always good to see you, Senator. You're right in the middle of this.
Great to see you, Chris.
Where are we? Is this going to get done? Is it okay for you if it gets pushed off until potentially after Terry McAuliffe is up for re-election or up for election? He was previously governor, obviously.
Chris, I think this is a critical week, not just because of the imminent election in Virginia, but because our president goes to the G20 meeting in Europe and then to the COP26 climate meeting in Glasgow. And I want to see us send him off with the strongest possible hand to pull together our allies in the fight against climate change and in strengthening our place on the world stage. And to do that requires our showing progress.
So let me ask you about that specifically. I know that climate change is something you've talked a lot about. It's on the top of mind for many Democrats. Look, we've seen what Joe Manchin has done. He has pushed back against many of these initiatives, including that clean electricity performance initiative that he says cannot happen. Do you have a line in the sand, the way you just heard Bernie Sanders talk about? Is there something in climate change that you say this has to be in the bill?
Chris, I'm not one of the members who's going to say, but for this one thing, I will vote against the bill. I have worked diligently, tirelessly with my colleagues because virtually our entire caucus agrees that investing in combating climate through new tax incentives for scaling up clean energy production, new tax incentives for electric vehicles, a bold expansion of AmeriCorps through the Civilian Climate Corps, these have unanimous support in our caucus. And I think it's important to recognize that the bipartisan infrastructure bill, which has already cleared the Senate, also has significant investments in climate resiliency and in stabilizing our electric grid so we can put more clean power into our grid. These are significant wins that we've already got locked in, making progress on other areas, on a border carbon adjustment, for example, that would make American industry more competitive and penalize high carbon intensive products from countries like China or India, I think should be on the menu, and I am hopeful will be in the bill in the end. But Chris, what matters most to me is that we focus on the opportunity we have here, the moment we have here. Even if what we're doing is a $1.5 trillion bill over 10 years to invest in childcare, in pre-K, in lowering the cost of prescription drugs, that's historic. If you had told me at any previous point in my 10 years in the Senate that we had a window to make that kind of progress on meeting the needs of working families, reducing the costs that keep them up at night, I would have said, hallelujah, this is a remarkable breakthrough. The negotiating frame we've used here means that you're putting up a score there of what's in and what's out. And I hope we will focus on the positives of what's in and what's possible. I'm optimistic we can get a framework done this week and we can move forward to passing bold initiatives that will show the American people why they supported Democrats and why they elected President Biden.
Let me ask you really briefly here. I have so much I want to get to, but did in some ways Democrats set themselves up for a fall? Because $1.5 trillion, it may look to some people like that's not what they've been talking about for all these months. That's not what they promised us when we went into this. Are you in a position where talking about $1.5 trillion sounds like spin?
Look, Chris, earlier this year in March, every Democrat in the Senate, with no Republican votes, passed the American Rescue Plan. That was a $1.9 trillion bill. A majority and every Democrat and a number of Republicans, an overwhelming majority in the Senate, passed the infrastructure bill. That'll put $1.2 trillion to work in our economy over the next decade. And if we also pass a $1.5 trillion Build Back Better bill, that means President Biden will have presided over the greatest generational round of investment in our country in its history. I'll remind you, after the 08-09 economic crisis, President Obama got to preside over an $800 billion rescue plan. That's it. That's what was available, and half of that was in tax cuts. So we've never done something this big in my lifetime, and we ought to celebrate the positives that are a part of this package. I understand and respect those of my colleagues who are disappointed that not every one of our proposals will be included. But politics, Chris, is the art of the possible. And what's possible here is what we can get 50 Democrats to support. Not one Republican is in the mix saying that they also want to be a part of moving forward generational investments in daycare, in pre-K, in elder care, and in reducing the cost of health care. We have to do this on our own, so we have to celebrate what we can get done and move forward. And I am confident we will move forward this week.
An ongoing wild card, of course, remains how you plan to pay for it. And I want to play for you, Senator, what your colleague Elizabeth Warren said about the wealth tax on Morning Joe this morning.
The richest folks don't have to pay any taxes. And I think we've just finally reached a point where not only do the American people say enough, we might actually get people on Capitol Hill saying enough. So that's what we got to do.
Do you agree with the headlines that say the political will for this wealth tax is definitely growing? Is that going to happen? But even if it does, are you confident you can make sure that a billionaire tax, whatever you want to call it, a wealth tax, actually works, isn't filled with loopholes?
Chris, I haven't seen the details of what's being proposed as a billionaire tax yet, and I look forward to reviewing that. I'm someone who all along thought it made more sense for us to restore the corporate rate to 25, significantly below, 10 points below where it was historically, but still, I think a rate that would have brought in significantly more revenue. I think, as the House has done, moving a tax package that is simple and easy to implement makes more sense. But if there's a billionaire tax proposal that can pay for this bill, alongside IRS enforcement, which, by the way, is something we all agree on, I'm committed to that principle that we're not going to add to the deficit with this bill. It's going to be paid for, and that's important. Chris, before we end, I wanted to briefly mention two other things. There were protests at Howard University recently over housing conditions, over infrastructure, and I've worked tirelessly with several colleagues here, Senator Warnock of Georgia in particular, to make sure that this package includes investments in HBCUs. In my own home state, Delaware State University, I am fighting to make sure that is in the package, and I'm optimistic we will see several $1 billion of investments in institutions that serve both Hispanics and tribal colleges and historically black colleges. Historically black colleges graduate a third of all black Americans in STEM disciplines and overwhelmingly serve first-generation and low-income students. They are gems in our states, and they are pathways to opportunity. Given our president's commitment to equity, given our vice president's personal experience of educational opportunity through an HBCU, we should not miss this moment at advancing equity through higher education.
There's that statistic, 70 out of 79 that need that infrastructure help. Senator Chris Coons, always a pleasure. Thank you. We do appreciate your time at a very busy time.